So when you log into the manager dashboard, you're going to land on this home page, and you'll notice that you'll see your profile views, opportunity views, and new contacts that have been created. This all is reflective of the last 90 days. And then you will also be able to access information on our Fund Builder, our new offering here. And you can also see our Help Center. You can access it directly from this page. So you can click on this and it will take you to our support library, or you can contact support directly from this page. And then you'll see you have navigation over here. You can see all the tabs that you have access to. So at the top, you have your profile page. This is your publicly facing profile page that investors can access and learn more about your company. You have the contacts tab, and this is where you can view both prospective investors and your actual investor base here. Accounts is where you would manage your investors that have a completed investment with you and all of their historical account information. In the investments tab is where you would be able to view both in progress and completed investments. Opportunities is where you could manage your actual open opportunities and fully funded opportunities that are hosted on our platform. Offerings is more geared toward our accounting and admin tools, but it is another place where you can access some of the like investor information related to your offerings, like all of the investors that are invested in an offering and some of their distribution sets, statements, things like that. Reports are where you can create and download reports that just are generated from all of the information that is stored in your manager dashboard. And so there's several different types of reports that you can pull, such as a CAR report. You can pull a capital pledge and contributed report. There's lots of different reports that you can save and pull whenever you need them to. Settings is where you can access your manager profile link or upload a new logo for your statements or grant DocuSign access. That's kind of really all that settings is for. But now that we've kind of did an overview of all of these tabs, let's kind of dive into some of the more features and functionality of each. So let's start with profile. So on the profile page, you pretty much have access to edit this entire page directly from this profile tab. So this is what all the information that's housed. And let's start at the top. You can click on your logo, and this is where you can change out your logo if you have a different logo that you prefer to use, and then you can just click save. You can click edit next to your company name, and that's where you can change your company name. You can add the year that it was founded, your website, and a location, and you can click save if that's something that you'd like to do. You can also click edit here and edit all of the pictures that are displayed on your banner. So you can change photos in and out. You can change the layout of the photos. You can reorganize them. And once that you're happy with the way that your banner looks, you can just click Save Changes. Next on this page is the overview and video, and both are just video is optional, but overview is something that you can add whenever you'd like. Both are just an opportunity for investors to learn more information about your company, its investment philosophy and strategy, and just get a better idea of who you are. You can also edit your opportunity directly from this page by just clicking on your opportunity. Or you can go to this tab, this opportunities tab, and edit directly from the opportunities tab. We're going to dive into how to edit your opportunity a little bit more later. But you'll also notice that opportunities are higher up on your manager profile page than they used to be. They used to be all the way at the bottom underneath the track record, and they've moved further up in the page. And this is just to make it easier for investors to be able to identify your new and open opportunities. Next is the details, and this is really where you can display how much investor capital you've managed, your company and principals experience, strategies, markets you work in. You can edit this by clicking edit. You can add additional markets and strategies, additional information here. Next is team. You can add additional team members by clicking edit up here. You can add a principal by clicking add principal here. It will prompt you to become Verivest verified through this pathway. And what that is Verivest will do background checks of all your principal members and display the metrics to investors for them to view. And it looks like this to an investor. So when they click on your principal, they'll be able to read a biography of your principal by clicking there. They will be able to see all the metrics that we've checked for, and items that have passed will show with a blue check mark. And they'll also be able to see an employment history or education if that's something that you choose to display. You are able to bypass this. You don't have to become Verivest verified in order to add a principal member, but it is just another layer of transparency that you can make available to your investors and in order to help them be able to know you and your company a little bit better, especially if they aren't super familiar with you. You can add other key team members that you want to display to investors here as well by clicking add employee. Last on this page is the track record. And you can add single assets that have gone full cycle and display all the returns metrics that are associated with this asset to your investors. And you can also add an image here of the actual asset, and just gives investors a little bit more information about your management history, just for them to be able to, make decisions if they want to see how you've done historically. You also have the option to not display this at all. You don't have to have a track record displayed. It's optional. All right, next is the contacts tab. This is a relatively new tab that's available on the manager dashboard. And you'll notice that it displays by contact name. It displays a status here. These statuses are showing as active because these investors and prospects have a login to the investor portal. But there's also additional statuses that display here. Offline means they do not use the investor portal at all. Invited means they've been sent a welcome email, but have not activated their investor portal at all. Committed is how much capital that they've committed in offerings that you have. And then you'll notice offerings and opportunities here. This is where you can see what offerings and opportunities your contacts, if they are investors, have invested in. So some opportunities have multiple offerings, and that's one of the reasons why opportunities is displaying and offerings is displaying. So you'll notice this investor is invested in both the equity fund and a debt offering. And this is just to for you to be able at a glance to see some more high level information about these contacts. You also have the option to download all of this information by clicking on this box here and clicking export. And once it exports, it exports to an Excel file. Oh, of course, it's downloading. Let's see if this opens. All right. Oops. All right. So when it downloads, it looks like this. It gives you the contact name, their email, their phone number if they have it, and the information that also displays on that chart on the platform. Once you click into a contact, it displays like this. You're able to see where if they've viewed your profile page, if they viewed your opportunity, if they've made an investment pledge, if they downloaded a document. You can also communicate to other team members on your team to help push investors along if they get stuck somewhere in the process. It's just another tool to help you manage investors in your investor base. You also have the ability to see if they have any investments from clicking directly on this contact, and if they have any investment accounts and what accounts they have with you. Next is the accounts tab. This is where you can see investors that have a completed investment with you and all the historical information related with that. So you can use the search bar to search directly for an account if you know the investor that you're looking for, and you can just select them directly, or you can use the filters To narrow exactly what you're looking for, you can do it by account type. You can do it by if they have an active investment in a certain offering, accreditation status, or identity status. I'm going to search for an investor here. Once you've clicked on a particular investor, you're able to see their verification status and if they've passed AML KYC and when their accreditation expires. You can also see their account information. All of it is displayed here. And then their contact information displays here at the bottom. That's also what would pull in this contacts tab. You're able to see their investments. You're able to see any transactions or distributions that they may have. You can click on distribution preferences and you can even edit the distribution preference here. If an investor tells you they'd like to update it, you can click edit. You can change it, a bank account if you want, enter in all of this information, and then you would click save and it would update. Any documents that are attached with this investor are displayed here in the documents. And if they had multiple documents, it would be categorized here. You can also upload a new document for a single investor by clicking add new document. You also have the ability to download all of your accounts information by clicking on this box here and then downloading all of your list of accounts. Or if you have specific accounts that you want to download, you can use the filter again, and you can select just investments in a certain offering, however you'd like it to arrange it. And then you can click the box here and then download. And then once it's downloaded, you can open it up and see the information that is displayed. It displays the account name, the account type, the email address, the tax ID number associated with that investor, their contact information. If they had a custodian, it would also pull the custodian's address here. All right, for the investments portion, this is where you can manage your active and completed investments. Completed investments will show as completed here. If you have in progress investments, they'll show as anything other than completed. And you can click on it and see what needs to be done. So first, you'll notice that it displays by username. And then once you click on this, you'll be able to see the actual investment account. You'll be able to see if they've passed AML KYC or if you need to do additional things to get them through that process. You can see if they've signed their documents, or if you need to sign their documents. You also have the option to manually verify their accreditation by clicking this blue button that says manually verify. You can also confirm receipt of funds by clicking confirm, and then it will add a contribution here. Opportunities is where you can edit your open opportunities. If you have had fully funded opportunities, they would show here as well, but the open ones will display as open. If you want this opportunity to be visible on your profile page, you would check this check mark. If you don't, you would uncheck this check mark. You can share your opportunity link with investors by clicking this share link up here, and you can email it or just copy the link directly and drop it into an email that way. And these are things that you're able to edit on your opportunity. Up here, you can add additional tags. You can add a little more information in the description. You can switch out images here by dropping images in this gallery. You can also add a video that will pull for investors to view when they're on your opportunity, or add any additional documents down here at the bottom that you would like them to see, such as like an asset update. And then you also have the ability to preview any changes you've made by clicking preview. Once everything looks the way that you want it to look, you would just click continue editing and then click save to save any changes you've made. Offerings, once again, is kind of more geared toward our admin tools. But what it looks like is when you're in here, you're able to see your total investor holdings and the investor accounts, their contributions. You can see historical statements and distribution sets, transfers. There's documents that have been shared with all the investors that are in this offering. So you will want to kind of be careful making changes in here because it can affect admin related things. And then last is reports. And if you have a created and saved report, it will display like this in your reports section. And you have the ability to edit any report that is already saved by clicking this edit button. And if it has a period associated with it, you could just change the period and then click save. And then once you have it the way you want it to be, you just click this download button to download the report. And then you can add any new reports here by clicking add new reports. And then this is the list of reports that you have the option to create and save. And I would encourage you to go onto our support site, which I'll show you how to access in just a moment, and read more about what each report is and the information that it pulls, just so that you can have a better idea of what access you have to information with these reports. All right, so this is where the support bot is here. So you can click on it and it will take you to this page of the support bot. So you can actually chat directly with our support team by clicking send us a message right here. Or there's some pre-suggested articles here for you to use. Or if you're not really sure what you're looking for, you can click search for help. And then it's categorized into two topics. There's investor related support articles and manager related support articles. So investor related support articles are really helpful if you have an investor that has a question on how to do something. You're able to access this and give them a link that will help them be able to accomplish whatever they're needing to accomplish in their investor portal. Or you can use this manager pathway. And there's some pre-suggested pathways here built into the support library. And if you're still not sure and you're like, I don't know where I would need to find an article, you can actually just type in a keyword and it will give you articles that have that keyword, and it's easy to kind of figure out where you need to go from there. All right. So that is the manager dashboard overview.